So this week, I heard this loud and clear in my soul. And while I sleep, I listen to different preachers. Bill Winston is on the top of my list. Next up is Dale Bronner. And this particular night, it was Dale Bronner playing when I woke up. And I heard in my sleep, if you resist temptation, the devil will flee from you. And it's a Bible verse. I don't know it directly verbatim. I know if you're supposed to flee from sexual immorality, and if you resist the devil, he will flee from you. And what came into my spirit was the toxic and narcissistic people. When you set a firm boundary with these people, or you have you figured them out, they discard you. They flee from you. And that's when it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. When God was talking like that, when you hear it, sometimes the dots don't connect. So I'm thinking like the disembodied spirit getting away from you. That's one. But what about the people that's operating under the voices of these disembodied spirits getting away from you? I'm gonna give you an example. And most of this happens to mostly women, where they tell the guy, hey, this is not okay. If you say, hey, I'm not having sex for 90 days, that's not okay. Or I'm waiting till I get married and these people get away from you. That's what that Bible verse meant, that if you resist the temptation to fall into sin, the devil will flee from you. He's talking about the people that's operating up under their spirit. Just thinking about ghosting. When you set a boundary with someone and they ghost you, you just resisted them. So that spirit did just what the Bible said it would do. It would flee from you. Same thing with being in a toxic and narcissistic relationship. When you have figured this person out to be a liar, a cheater, a thief, or whatever, they begin to pull back. They begin to get extra strategy because they get ready to flee from you. It just hit me. I was like, because when you sleep, your brain, if you listen to things while you sleep, your spirit and your soul is recording. That's why you have to be careful with what you're listening to, especially when you sleep, because you are reprogramming yourself. When you sleep, you get programmed. Little do you know whether it's dreams being dropped into you from God, devil can send you dreams, or just something that you self-consciously have. But that right there was the most epiphany. And if I'm late, don't be like, I've been through that. Well, I didn't. It just hit me. So when you think of why this person ghosted me, all I said was this, or you couldn't figure it out, is because you resisted the temptation sent by the devil. So his agent got to get away from you. It's just law. You got to get away from you. Because there's men out here that's practicing celibacy too, and abstinence. So and if I said it wrong, oh well. And you tell that young lady, hey, listen, I am not having sex. I'm waiting for marriage. Whoop, 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 wop, 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 and that lady ghosts you. You just resisted the devil, and he has to flee from you. Even if you're in a middle relationship and you realize that you're traveling down the wrong path, and you go, hey, taking sex off the table. Hey, we're not shacking up anymore. And that person gets away from you, ghosts you, discards you. Think of that Bible verse that the devil is fleed from you. That's one of his agents. So the best way to head off some of these things, go ahead and be upfront. Hey, I ain't having sex. Hey, I'm looking for my husband or my wife. And if that young lady or young man ghosts you, that was one of his agents. If you set firm boundary. Say the words no. Because resisting means no. When I say I was walking and I was like, that's where the ghosting comes from. They're fleeing. Like, it makes sense now. Like, just think about it. If you ever been in a situation with a toxic person and you call them out on their stuff, you tell them, no, I don't want to do this, and they immediately withdraw, you're dealing with the devil. And now, to me, I feel like that should make handling rejection a little more easier. When you realize that when you told someone that, hey, I'm not going to be disobedient to God, and they get away from you, who are you dealing with? Like, most people that are for God are going to be like, you know what? You're right. Or they will even take a step back and try to see what you're talking about and why, versus just getting away. So, this is a short video. When you resist temptation, the devil must flee from you. He can't do nothing with you because you found him out. Hint, hint, narcissistic, toxic person, discard phase. Think about it. They love you when they think they're going to get something from you. They love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And then when you say no, you set that boundary. Or you say, hey, this is my standards. And then disappear. Or think about, we circling back to ghosting. What would get in somebody's ear that been talking to you all this time and make them just stop calling you? I mean, you've done some type of resistance. You put some type of barrier up. And that's when that spirit was like, you got to get away from this person. Think about this. Maybe your light shines so bright, because darkness cannot make it with light. Light expels darkness all day. So imagine your light shining so bright, darkness can't be around you. That's ghosting. They got to get away from you. Like nothing, when they say everything comes to light, figuring out one of these people. You just shedded light. Darkness can't take it. They got to get rid of you. They got to go to the next person because their assignment is over. The assignment is over. Like they could not successfully harvest your soul. Like that's the job of that group of people, is to harvest your soul, is to take you further away from God. But when you put that resistance up, that job is over for that agent. They got to get away from you. They got to go to the next person because you no longer serve the purpose. The purpose is to harvest your soul. It's to drag you away from God. So that was it. My little short video. I never write this stuff down. I just be freestyling on whatever comes to my soul. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and see you on the next video.